wrote in The Prince something most men choose to forget. He who seeks to be good among so many who are not must eventually come to ruin. We live in an era that worships constant connection. They tell you that if you aren't online, you don't exist. They tell you that if you don't have a wide social circle, you've failed at life. They frame solitude as a pathology, a disease to be cured. But if you look closely at the history of the men who actually moved the world, you will see the exact opposite pattern. From the Stoic philosophers to the great conquerors, solitude was not a byproduct of their failure. No, it was the foundational tool of their power. Today, the system sells you community just to keep you monitored. Because a man who stands alone is unpredictable. A man who stands alone has time to think. And a man who thinks is the single greatest threat to a society built on mass stupidity. If you feel lonely, if you feel that the world has rejected you, stop. You might not be falling. You might be ascending to an altitude where the air is too pure for the lungs of the masses. Carl Jung dedicated his life to understanding why some men achieve greatness while others lose themselves in the noise. He called this process individuation. Most people are merely fragments of their environment. They speak like their television. They think like their social feeds. And they desire what their neighbors have. They are what Jung called the collective man. But the chosen one is the one who severs the umbilical cord with the masses. This process is painful. It begins with a sense of alienation. You look at your childhood friends and you no longer understand their jokes. You listen to the conversations in your office and they sound like white noise. Jung explained that for the real self to be born, the social mask must die. The world rejects you because it can no longer predict you. The herd feels comfortable in shared mediocrity. Your presence, even in silence, reminds them of what they sacrificed for security, their own soul. You aren't alone because you are antisocial. You are alone because you are conscious. And consciousness is a burden that 99% of the population would gladly trade for cheap entertainment. Machiavelli taught us that power is not requested, it is taken. And the subtlest way to take power is through the law of scarcity. He who is the cause of another becoming powerful is the agent of his own ruin. How many times have you ruined yourself by giving your time to people who do not respect you? How many times have you tried to please those who hold no real value for your future? The modern system wants you hyper-available. Instant messages, notifications, calls. They want your energy diluted in 1,000 directions. Machiavelli would tell you that respect is born from distance. The men who are remembered are those whose words were rare, and therefore valuable. When you decide to disappear from superficial social life, you trigger a high-impact psychological mechanism. People begin to project their fears onto your silence. They begin to respect you because they cannot buy you with a party invitation or a like on a photo. By becoming scarce, you become dangerously sharp. You have stopped being the one seeking approval and become the one who grants it. Think about it. Why does the world pursue the gold that is hidden deep in the earth, but tramples the dust that lies on every road? It is not just about quality. It is about availability. By removing yourself from the reach of the average, you force the world to negotiate with you on your terms. Your absence is not a void. It is a statement of high price. You're no longer a commodity to be consumed by the bored and the stagnant. You are a rare asset that must be earned. Machiavelli understood that to be mysterious is to be influential. When they cannot map your mind, because they cannot find you at their tables, they will begin to fear the very thing they cannot see. You aren't just leaving the room. You are taking the room's oxygen with you. Schopenhauer said that intelligence is proportional to one's capacity to endure solitude. He spoke of mass stupidity as a plague spread through trivial chatter. But here is the dark lesson from Machiavelli. Do not fight the stupidity. Use it. The chosen one is not a martyr shouting the truth in the town square. No, the chosen one is the man who wears the mask of normality. Machiavelli advised the prince to appear pious, appear human, appear sociable, but inside to be as cold as steel. Learn to deal with fools without letting their poison touch you. Smile at their meetings, nod at their empty talks, but keep your mind on your plans. You don't need them to understand your vision. You need them to stay out of its way. True superiority is not shouted. It is exercised in the silence of your room while the rest of the world sleeps. This video is a warning. The path you have chosen will have no applause. There will be nights where doubt whispers in your ear that you've made a mistake, that you should return to the herd, that the warmth of mediocrity is better than the cold of the peak. In those moments, remember Machiavelli. Remember that the diamond is only formed under extreme pressure and in total darkness. Your solitude is the space where you are forging the ultimate weapon, your character. By desexualizing your mind from distractions, emptying your calendar of social parasites, and focusing your fire on a single point, you have become unstoppable. The world will crush you if you are soft. But if you can inhabit your own solitude, the world will eventually kneel before you to ask for answer. Do not seek to be accepted. Seek to be sovereign. Welcome to the elite of those who walk alone. Welcome to SOMA.